exciting part where...
I think we're just going over lists and warlord traits, psychic powers maybe?
Yeah, no, this is... Yeah, we're describing our lists.
Yeah. So not a ton of...
Oh, wow, the mission comes up. Fancy.
Nice.
Okay, deployment. Dan deploys his first unit.
We already had... At this point, we already moved our priority objectives. We marked our priority objectives. What are we...
Mine. Oh, I'm trying.
Henry's, mine.
Pretty standard. I don't know why we would pick the other ones given what we're running. There's a wave serpent down.
Bolter's down. Bolter guys?
In the corner, yeah. So up in the top left, I put down bolter guys to try and, in some turn, get this objective if I needed it.
You can only see it if you draw it, remember, Henry? You can't see your cursor.
Okay.
So that upper left objective, those guys are threatening that objective.
And then I'm putting the Terminators down in the middle. Dan's putting his Shining Spears in the back. They move pretty fast, so essentially his turn one, if I go first, he doesn't have to do a whole lot. If he goes first, he can Phantasm and get in a better position if he needs to.
Correct. Forces a Phantasm.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot I can do about it. I debated back and forth about whether or not I should be deep striking one of the Indomitor kill teams and the Terminators, but I did not end up doing that. I think in the end it probably would have been a better choice, and then to just start one kill team on the board, kind of keep it out of line of sight, and throw 5 of Field of Pain, etc. on there, because as we'll see in turn 1, I kind of just walked up to get smited. So what are you gonna do? But I didn't know I was going first or second at this point. I have a couple guys in the back that aren't quite placed. I'm putting my last Indominus kill team here. We saw the Incarn go up on the top by that Wave Serpent. And I think the rest of your characters are down. This is turn 1, so here's my turn 1.
Yep.
But the rest of your characters are all behind this
Wave Serpent and building.
Yep. Yeah.
Pizza probably is here.
Yeah, Pizza's here, guys. So here's me moving.
Pizza's here, Matt.
Stop saying it. Keep it. My Terminators, I advanced up to get that objective. They rolled high enough. I think I rolled not high enough for the guys on the left to hold that objective. Here comes my first Indomitor kill team that I'm moving.
There's 10 guys there. You just couldn't. This is when you couldn't figure out if there was 10 or not. There's 10 there. I can see there's 10.
Yeah, I don't know. I spent a good amount of time counting these. I don't know what. Not a big brain fart. I don't know.
Yeah, we figured it out in the end.
Yeah, here comes the second kill team, and my character's moving up. I think one of the mistakes I made was leaving these guys here, because I deployed them here. I think they could have gone to hold this on turn 1, and then I would have got hold more probably, at least turn 1, an extra 5 points, because Dan only has so much shooting, and he probably wasn't going to shoot them when I have all the things in the middle. So, live and learn.
Looks like so over to my turn 1, and for some reason I thought Henry had 3 of the Melta squads. So you're going to see a bad play here from me.
Guys, if I had 2,300 points, that would have been the play.
Yeah, I don't know why. Again, maybe you should look at your opponent's list before you play. To be fair, I asked him, and he told me that he only had 2, I think. I just assumed he meant 3. I don't know.
I don't know.
So you're going to see me cough up a squad of 10-man Reaper Brick that I didn't need to cough up here shortly. But I'm essentially right here, I'm just hedging. I'm trying to make sure that he doesn't get too far ahead on primary. And make sure that I can, essentially at this point I've decided that I'm going to put everything into the termies. I measure out the 18 so that I can...
Here comes the character block, right?
Yeah, character block's going up so that they're all within 18 and outside deny range, which is important.
And the Wave Serpent can...
And then I can hop with the Reapers and the Wave Serpent to get in, and then also it ends up being the Shining Spears to block. Because in my head, again, for some reason I thought he had the 3 different squads of Melta.
Yeah, it's probably unnecessary to even put that much, because with the way my squads work, if I'm going to kill Wave Serpent, it's going to be the entire unit, because I need the 10 Melta shots, and if I don't shoot everything in the unit at the same time, or at the same target, I only get 5.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know where else you were gonna put the Reapers, and
Well, the Reapers would have come up anyway because you have high value shooting, and if you want to shoot it, the Shining Spear should have went and hid behind the building maybe, or I wasn't gonna put protects on them because I knew I had to jinx, so they could have stayed behind where I put them originally, behind the crates, and then been in a better position to threaten the next turn. So essentially, I'm putting all my psychic powers into the Terminator squad, and then I'm essentially dumping all my shooting and stuff into the Terminator squad. I debated splitting off some indirect fire, but it didn't make any sense to do that. I end up killing 9 of the 10 Terminators with some streaky rolling from both of us, and then that forced Henry to spend 2 CP to keep that squad. One guy on the table, which I don't know in retrospect if that was a good spend.
It was worth it. So it got me note the moments. Was that worth 2 CP? Maybe not. I could have rolled a 1. I mean, I guess who really cares? In the end, I don't think CP is what would have saved this game, so maybe it doesn't matter. And I ended up maxing out with the moments anyway.
Correct, and on a personal level, I think from both of us, we need to be better at tracking and our secondary knowledge. We did a lot of talking about what we were doing wrong on secondaries or how to score them.
We didn't even know, like, Oath of Moments. It was like, well, how do I, what are the 3 options? I don't know.
Yeah.
So now the start of my turn. I can actually do stuff on this turn, so I think I rolled an advance roll for my unit to get the top left objective, and they failed, so I didn't move them.
You rolled a 1.
Because I knew I could hold the middle objective and then the bottom 2. And not worry as much about it. So I could at least hold 3, and there's no way he could take me off of them. Yeah,
and so I didn't fire and fade my Reapers because I thought he was going to get to me. I wanted him as bait because I didn't want him to take my character blob out.
So my option was, shoot through the Wave Serpent and the other guys to get to his characters, or at least clear that whole front out. But there's really no way for me to do that because it takes an entire Indominus kill team just to kill 1 Wave Serpent.
Without a ton of luck,
without a good chance, and there's no way I kill 4 Reapers and a bunch of
shoot through the spears. Yeah. So I should have fire and faded that unit back behind that building. They're actually on the 2nd floor, but I put them up on the top so you could see them. So they could have fired and faded back behind that building, and that would have been the smarter play. So that was a big mistake for me. And I also, turn 1, realized that I don't have enough infantry in my list, so for my secondaries. So losing the Dark Eldar out of this list cost me a lot of mobility. And I didn't realize that until this game here. I think right about here is where I start figuring that out.
What are we rolling? Am I shooting your Wave Serpent? All right, I blew up the Wave Serpent.
Yeah, you killed the Wave Serpent.
I knocked over the buildings.
I think you're debating shooting the Reapers now? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah. My option was trying to kill your Shining Spears or shooting the Reapers because you didn't protect them, so it was kind of my chance to maybe
You could have shot at the Reapers, or the Spears, because they only had the 1 3.
That's what I mean, have the 1. So, but I ended up being like, well, there's nearly 100% chance that I kill all the Reaper brick, so maybe I just do that. I ended up rolling pretty well and killing them all.
Yeah, all 10 melta shots.
Yeah, and I was in Tactical Doctrine, so they're -5. It doesn't even matter if you're in cover.
Yep. So this is bottom of 2. This is where it really sinks in that I don't have the numbers to do my secondaries. And Eldar don't have a lot of really good choices for other secondaries. So at this point I know that I have to kill his bricks and I have to eliminate his ability to play the primary. So that's what I do, and I need a good turn here, and I have a good turn. Between melee and shooting. What shooting I have? Psychic powers. Doing mortal wounds I think is key right now in this edition. Your ability to do mortal wounds is huge. Yeah,
with the way a lot of these lists are working, with having big blobs of durable stuff in the middle, especially Marines, be it Deathwatch or especially Dark Angels, being able to do mortal wounds to them, even with a 6-up, it's not.
And I believe this is also where Henry forgot to do his psychic phase.
Yeah,
which also played.
Turn 2, I forgot to do a psychic phase.
Played a big role. I had stopped coaching against myself somewhat at this point. I start coaching against myself again here in a little bit.
Once the game's over, you started coaching a little bit.
I think even before that, but yeah. So I think I put you on a couple of objectives, bonus objectives earlier. Maybe. When you forgot that charge.
Yeah. That's true.
So I do the petty trick of fire and fading my Storm Guardians back into the Wave Serpent, which is a dirty trick in this turn, I think. They get out and shoot, and then they fire and fade back.
And I think I rolled 2 1s for your shot. I did that a couple times with these guys.
Yeah, you made all your Ren 3 saves, and then you fail the Ren 0s on 2-ups. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
I think this is...
Is
this your turn? Are you wrecking my...
Yeah, I'm killing the one Indominus. Now I'm shooting my Storm Guardians. And again, I think you make all the Rens, and you only lose guys to regular shots.
And then he fire and faded them, but we didn't put them in the Wave Serpent.
Yeah, at this point,
It didn't matter.
Yeah, we were kind of speed up. I put them back in the... I take them off the table here, I think, in a little bit. Yeah.
Well, once one of my turns when I want to...
Yeah, because you want to move over there.
I finally roll like a 2 on my advance.
Well, you don't advance the next turn because you charge.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. But you need that space to put your guys, so...
I was over advancing.
Yeah. So this is what shooting I have left. I think this is mostly the spears, I think, right now.
You can see how, like, in the middle of the board, I'm getting pretty thin.
And what I'm doing here is with the Terminators out of the way, I feel like he doesn't have anything that can kill the Incarn. Not quickly enough for it to matter. And again,
it's not in combat, at least.
Yeah, not in combat.
Yeah.
And the Incarn goes in and does pretty well, and he fails all his invulns, I believe, a couple of times here. Like 4 for 4 on failing invulns. I think they were only 5 ups.
Well,
but
that
still.
was when it'll happen here shortly, but you interrupted to attack the 4-man.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
So
that's next turn.
Yeah, I have this unit, and I end up sending them in there, and these guys go over here, and you interrupt and murder all of those guys.
Yeah,
I think I even reroll. Oh no, I reroll and make it, but it's one guy. I don't know why I did that.
Yeah, you do.
I felt the game was kind of over, but I had to do 2 wounds or something.
Yeah, because the spears had cleared off one guy here.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have.
You have to click the pen. There you go.
So this 4-man here ends up being sort of that one guy I killed actually ends up being kind of crucial.
In putting enough wounds on.
Yeah, so that I don't get my Incarn killed because he rolls really hot and I roll really poorly.
Yeah.
When he puts his lightning claws into my Incarn, yeah. So.
And we'll notice that it's still the classic Dan Psychic Battery in the back here.
It is my signature move, except there's no Wave Serpent in front of him.
Yeah, there's no Wave Serpent, but it doesn't matter because how many things do I have left to shoot in the middle? Very few. So you're going to see me fight and kill. I charge the Shining Spears with my captain that ignores invulns, and he kills a few of them.
Crucially leaves me on 1, so I can't jump.
I left his Exarch on 1.
And there was some confusion there, whether he did 5 or 4. I think I saw 5 dice. Maybe we'll see it on the replay, what I saw.
I'm pretty sure it was... Because I know I did 2 misses, and then 4 went through, and then that kills 3, and then leaves the last one on 1.
1 life, yeah, because the Exarch has 3 wounds. Yeah, so those guys are back in the Wave Serpent, because he needed to move over there, which I had said, and I had said, hey, Henry, are you okay with me leaving him out? And at that point, it didn't matter, so...
But you can see the game's getting a little... So I threw my Librarian back and did the Deathwatch Relic that lets me teleport an infantry unit back, just so I could kind of get them out of combat without falling back, and get them far enough away, and also hold that objective.
And the Curse of Shining Spears there, you see me having to pick them up and reset them up like 4 times because we take the top level off that building because it just
getting fallen over.
Yeah. So Eldar bikes will do nothing but fall over.
I don't know what we're rolling right now.
You were shooting at. That was where my Incarn made the saves against your Melta, I think. Or no, that wasn't.
Oh no, I had to shoot your bikes. So when I moved, I teleported my guys backwards, and for some reason I thought that the Incarn had enough wounds to not get blocked by characters, anyway, he wasn't a blocked character, and so I thought I was going to pull them back onto this objective and then shoot the Incarn. Not the case. So I had to shoot into his 2-up invuln on the protected Shining Spears, which did nothing.
Yeah, killed the one that I took a save on earlier, the normal Shining Spear. He killed that one, and then I made 8. I think it was 8 2-ups in a row.
Yeah.
Which again, you have a reroll, so that's not outside the bounds.
I think that's totally fine.
Yeah. Although you can double one it really early. I've done that more.
I made a mistake. I mean, I still want to hold that objective, so I don't know. It's just unfortunate. I maybe could have pulled these guys like further.
Jumped them the other way.
Or jumped them like maybe more over here. And had a guy hold there and try and shoot up this way. I don't know. I think I also forgot to resurrect from that unit once or twice here, which would have been nice.
Yeah, 2 times you didn't res.
Yep, here goes the Shining Spears. I charged in.
Oh yeah, we're supposed to rewatch and figure that out, but for whatever happened there was some discussion on whether I could jump or not. But it turns out he didn't kill the Exarch, so the Exarch's on 1 wound.
The Exarch goes and kills some stuff later.
Yeah, he hops around as a nuisance. And then Henry doesn't want to put high value shooting into him with the 2-up invuln, so
yeah, it's not worth it.
Still worth protecting it, even though it's only 1 guy.
Because I don't have a lot of shots here left. If you notice, like my entire army is in the top left. I have 4 guys in combat with a Wave Serpent. I have 5 guys on the bottom left objective, and then I just have this kill team, a librarian, and an apothecary, which isn't a whole lot, right? I still have this captain and the 4 Vanguard vets in the middle, but they're gonna die as soon as Dan's turn starts, and he gets to smite like crazy. So
yeah, I actually have a bad psychic phase here, and I don't do the 10 mortals that I probably should do every turn, honestly.
Yeah. You failed executioner a number of times this game.
Yeah. Even with the runes, like being able to reroll. So, I did them in the right order. I wasn't screwing that up. I just got a haircut, so you can see all the lines in my head. Those are all the dents I have.
So maybe I should have got hair. People were joking that we are the most fully haired people on the team.
Right. So I move your rain up here because I'm trying to catch some heals, and I forgot to take the healing psychic power with your rain for some reason, which I normally would, because when you run the incarnate, it's nice to heal the D3 wounds a turn with her.
Yeah. You did take a different one.
Yeah, which you can't change now. I'm locked in for the tournament. So I just did a bad job building this list. I was in a bit of a conundrum because my Dark Eldar weren't going to be ready, and but I was going to have to take the Dark Eldar detachment out of my Craftworlds list that I normally run, and it came down to the fact that I didn't have time to convert the models I wanted to convert.
This is just essentially a worse version of the list you've been
running
for a long time.
Yeah. This is a worse version of the list that you use the Dark Eldar to compensate for the things that I don't have: body count and more speed. Yeah. And against high value shooting, Venoms are just the king.
Well, and they're king for protecting your big character block, which is really critical to how this list works.
100%. Yep. I really like the 1-man Urgol units. That's gone now. I have to run 4 of them.
Look at the Incarn. The Incarn attacked my like a 4-man unit of Vanguard vets, and I failed 4 out of 4.
Yeah,
I really
that was last
them
turn.
To live because they only had 2 wounds or something on his Incarn.
Yeah, I think he's down at 2, but he heals 2 wounds from the Shining Spears that died, so he's back up to 4, I think, at this point. But I have no character protection, so here I have to push in pretty hard because I need to make sure that he can't shoot at my characters in the middle, or that if he does, that.
Like any of this shooting I'm gonna do, like shooting into a 1-man Shining Spear unit. It has. Did you protect it again this turn?
Yes.
Yeah. So. It doesn't block anymore because
it's not enough models.
It's not enough models, but even so, like I don't have that many Melta units left, and they only move 5 inches, so my options are not amazing. I just don't have a lot left right now. What was this, turn 4?
Yeah, this is top of 4, and
so I'm ahead on points right now, I think, by a lot, but I quickly know that I think Dan at this point, right, looks like he's going to hold 1, hold 2, and hold more for the next 2 turns. Right, this turn and the next turn, which means that I lose. So I was trying kind of what I can to do, score some secondaries.
Yeah, at this point I have 4 of the 5 objectives. Yeah. So it's going to be tough. There's no way he's going to get to hold more than me.
I try to get the guys on the bottom left objective. I paid 2 CP, became White Scars, fell back, and I'm going to charge them to try and get them off this objective so I can at least hold 1, because he outnumbers me right now. Can you see? I don't think you can see, but he has what are the sniper guys called?
Rangers
in the bottom right, behind the rock.
Yeah, they actually are hidden, aren't they?
So that was another reason why I actually didn't care that much about having my kill team on there, because I couldn't have had enough. If I either wanted all 5, which means I barely got to shoot anything, or I put 2 and you hold it no matter what. So I was like, if you're gonna like pay 1 to advance, actually you had no CP, so I was like, you either have to roll to get all the way there.
Yeah, I would have to use the CP I generate at the start of my turn.
Yeah, so I threw.
We did a terrible job keeping track of CP as well.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
I like the app is really handy, but I'm telling you right now, having having it on pen and paper so we can both see it.
Well, and it's kind of tough when we have 2 observers for this game too, and then we also have to keep track of them, and
the chat,
all these things. I don't know. Obviously, we could have done it better, but I think we're not super comfortable playing right now just because of how few games we played. So there's a lot of decision fatigue with the things we have to do and the things we have to remember, and piling everything else on top of it. Obviously, it's easy to get sloppy. Not to make excuses, but we definitely were a little sloppy.
Oh yeah, 100%. And we got to be better at making sure we know our rules as well.
Yeah.
And this is another turn where like one squad of Rangers does nothing, the other squad puts like 2 mortal wounds out and 4. I don't know. This game was really streaky both directions. There was a lot of double 1s rolled and there was a lot of double 6s rolled.
I mean, these like 2 up guys and really pretty survivable. They'll never die to the 6s on the. What are those guns called?
Yeah, all my Shuriken, my Ren 3s, you're just shrugging. But the normal Ren Nuns you were taking wounds off of.
It was bad.
It was a very weird. I don't know that the dice were too far out of proportion at the end. I think they were streaky enough both directions.
Yeah. So anyway, I got like nothing left. Like he's shooting the last of the Indomitus kill team.
Yeah, I'm picking off that Apothecary.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is really where the game's over.
I think you killed the Apothecary.
Killed him in.
You can't. I just couldn't see him.
Yeah.
We have the Shining Spirit down there.
Yeah.
Round 5. I mean, we already know it's over, so.
Yeah, just the primary points aren't going to allow.
I think we talked for a little bit, and then Matt wanted us to play it out, and then
we decided the only points really you could get was killing
in the middle.
your brain, right? So you make your charge, you kill your brain, that gets you some more points.
I know at the moment's an assassinate, so killing her gets me 4 secondary points, and if that librarian doesn't die, I'm within 6 inches of the middle, so that it gives me 3 and then an extra 2 for being in the middle. So it's a solid play for 5 points, but it doesn't matter when I'm losing primaries by 15 points a turn, so or 10 rounds.
And then we had to go back and make some corrections as well because we had made some other mistakes.
And that's game over. I don't know what we're talking about here. I imagine this will just be cut out.
Yeah, I think that was I think that's where we're fixing secondaries where we missed points here or there or whatever.
So that's the game.
And it was a blast.
Yeah.
We had fun. That's the most important thing.